Welcome back to my channel. My name is Krystal, better known as your Leo bestie. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, my name is Krystal. I started my healing journey about 2.5 years ago. Can't keep up time. 2 years ago, I actually left my life coach's office for the last time, and I've just done so much growth and so much healing since then. He was kind of like the beginning of my journey and just getting me to be unstuck and get out of my worst day cycle, which is what I am teaching you guys now in my channel. If you have been following along, I wanted to share 3 facts about me just so you guys could get to know me a little better. First fact is that I absolutely love makeup. If you guys can see, I decided to get ready today. I love art and makeup and just creating. Like, I love doing my own nails. That is one thing that I will always do. Like, I love doing my own nails. I love doing my makeup. I love painting. I love bringing that creativeness out in me because it brings me alive and I have a passion for it. Maybe that was like 2 facts there. Third fact is I'm a very spiritual person. I am a very in tune and I am very sensitive, and I know that this sensitivity and this gift that I got is for a reason, and I'm thankful for it, and I'm thankful to see where this journey takes me in discovering this about myself. I always felt the sensitivity growing up, but I never knew what it was. And so now that I'm like growing and evolving into this person that I am, I'm just discovering who I am and finding out and realizing that I am very in tune spiritually has been a big journey, and I'm excited to start talking about that when we get there. First, I am still talking about how to heal, and we'll continue on with that. If you're a person that has always been very sensitive, very connected to God, very connected to earth, very just in tune with yourself, and just always felt there was something else for you, that might be what's missing, because honestly, that was it for me. I started discovering that about myself, and I am excited and I am ready to get to that part where I let you guys know about more of that. But first, let's continue on with the journey. I left you guys off at last week about feeling your emotions, about how it might be that you're probably feeling your emotions 100% of the day and you don't even know it. You have a headache, that's showing emotion, a stuck emotion there. You're feeling an upset stomach, that's probably a stuck emotion there. But okay, so we're feeling it, but okay, how do we release this? I don't want this shit anymore. Like, let's get it out of here. How do we release this? Because truly, I know how it feels there. And when you use the word stuck, it's literally because it's stuck. Like, you are literally stuck in this spot because you haven't released that. You haven't let go of these emotions. Yes, we cry. Yes, we feel. Yes, we feel emotions, but what are you doing to release them? What are you doing to let go? Because if we're not letting go and we're not freeing it and we're not visualizing this leaving our body, then it's still stuck here. And that's why many times, like, you just feel stuck and you just feel heavy and you just feel there's so much on your back. And so guess what, girl, boy, whoever, we're gonna learn how to let that go. So if you've been following along, we got to the worst day of our life. Hold up. We did a journal about the worst day of our life, about what was the worst day, what is it that I'm repeating on a day-to-day. Second is we did a visualization to visit ourselves in that day to ask what it was that we needed. And the third thing was that we needed to start feeling and determine what emotions were felt that day. And last week's video, I told you guys of how it is that you're feeling your emotions. And if you want to go back, please do. If you want to get caught up, please do. If this is your first time here, I'm going to just continue moving on. And with today's is what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to release. How do you release? How do you release these emotions? How do you let them go? How is it so easy for you to say, I just let it go? It's really that easy, but our mind overthinks it, and our mind is going to be like, nope, it's not that easy. So it's going to take practice. It is literally going to take practice. And if I did it, I know you can do it. It just takes consistency. And remember that part where I told you guys about your values and your morals? Maybe put down your values and put in your values that you value commitment and that you value consistency, because that is going to determine what standard you are going to hold for yourself to be able to let go of these things. Because you have to be consistent with yourself. You have to have these values. So remember, what is your morals? What are your values? And if you need a list of what is your morals and values, go to Google, go to Pinterest, wherever you search, and just put list of values. You're going to get hundreds of them. You're going to get so many of them. You're going to be overwhelmed. Choose 5. Choose 5 and stick with them. That's all I'm going to say with that. To move on, with our values, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to that spot where we're still sitting. Just imagine we're still sitting with our inner child, right? We're still in front of that we're still in front of our inner child on that day, and we're still visualizing. You guys, I'm telling you guys, visualization healed me, and I know if I can do it, you can. I'm a visual person. If you're a visual person, just trust the process. Let go and trust the process. So we're still there, we're still sitting down, right? We're still with our inner child face to face. Next thing I want you to do is, now you know what emotions and where you're feeling them. So if you're someone that always, how rude. If you're always someone, okay, if you, not rude, but anyways, if you are someone that's always like having that lower back problems, hip problems, whatever problems it is, I want you to take this example, and we're going to start with the hip, because for me that was the biggest one. My hip problems were, there's times where I couldn't even walk, there's times where I couldn't even like stretch my leg, there's times where I would just call into work because of how bad my hip hurt. So now what we're going to do is, we're still in that chair, right? And I know that my inner child from that worst day of her life is carrying this pain in my hip. I was carrying that pain in my hip. So take this moment and ask yourself, where are you carrying it? Are you carrying it in your chest? Are you carrying it in your back? Are you carrying it in your lower back, your hip, your migraines? Like, where is it that you are carrying this? And now that you have your position, what we're going to do is we're going to visualize. And what I want you to visualize is a blank space, just white, black, whatever color you want to imagine it. And imagine like this is going to sound, if you haven't seen it, search up some pictures so you could get a visualization. But what you're going to have to imagine is, imagine that you are seeing Earth. Let's take it like that. You're in the universe. Let's do that. You're next to a million bunch of stars, okay? You're with a bunch of stars, and we're imagining this space. We're imagining that we're up in space, okay? Next thing I want you to do is picture that you have an anchor, okay? Picture that you have an anchor, and I want you to physically visualize it and physically do it. Picture like you're dropping this anchor to Earth, okay? And just visualize it just falling down to Earth. So now we're anchored, right? Now we're centered and we are grounded. First, we need to be grounded, because if you are not grounded, your mind is going to go millions of places. But first, we need to ground. So that is one thing I love doing for my grounding, is just visualizing that anchor just falling down to Earth, and I just feel the secureness, okay? Now what we're going to do is, that pain that I feel in my hip, I feel it. Now what you're going to do is you are going to take a deep breath, but imagine that breath going to your hip, to your chest, to your head, wherever it is that you feel your pain. Picture it going to that spot in your hip. Then what I want you to do is just take deep breaths, do like 5. So deep in, deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, deep breath out. And then just visualize every single time that you breathe in, every time you breathe in, you're hitting that spot, that pain. And then when you breathe out, I want you to visualize that pain just leaving your body, just leaving. And then breathe in, you picture it going to that pain, and then you visualize going out. Do that 5 times. Now what we're going to do is that pain needs to go somewhere, right? Like that pain is just, let's picture it. It's still, we're in space, we're in our chair, and that, just picture it like this, right? That pain is just sitting there. But what do we need to do now with that pain? Now what I want you to do is just surrender. That's all you have to do. Is just tell God, tell the universe, tell whoever you believe in, just say like, hey, what I love doing is, God, you see this pain, you see I took it out of my body. Now I'm going to surrender that to you, and please return that to me as a way of joy, as a way of peace, as a way of forgiveness, as a way of moving forward. And then just visualize yourself there. And then now we're there, and we surrendered it. We felt the pain. We let it go. We visualized it leaving our body. We surrendered it. Now visualize yourself coming back to earth. Just visualize your chair just coming back. Your anchor is like reeling you in. Your anchor is like just bringing you down, bringing you down, bringing you down, bringing you down until you get to where you are here. Now open your eyes, or do that next thing is open your eyes and just do some EFT tapping so you can come back physically and mentally. Because when you do that, you're having an experience that is outside of yourself. And not necessarily outside of yourself, but you are having to visualize something different. And whatever you tell your brain is what it thinks. So if you don't bring it back to this present moment, it's going to stay there. You're going to stay in the universe. So it's like, come back and do some EFT tapping. Once you've done that EFT tapping, continue doing that. Continue doing that visualization as much as you need. Because the more that we are able to like release and surrender, it's going to be better. You're going to start feeling the lightness in your body. And here's the thing. I'm going to give you guys this recommendation. You can take it or you don't have to, but I am going to give you guys this recommendation. Find a hobby. Find a hobby. Because now you left that empty space there. Think of it like you told God, or you told the universe to return it to you as a way of peace, as a way of forgiveness, as a way of whatever it could be. Like you told God that. So how are you going to reflect that to God now? What are you going to do that's going to reflect you letting go of that pain? He removed it, he released it, you surrendered it. But what are you going to do now to feel that pain? Because if not, your body is just going to go back to the same addiction. This is where we need to rewire our body. And when we rewire our body, our mind is going to follow. Because the triggers and the stressors and everything happen first in our body, and our body sends the signal to our brain. And therefore, that's what makes it feel unsafe. So when you take care of your body and you start at your body first, your mind is going to follow. But we need to take care of this. We need to take care of here. All of this. We need to take care of this until we can get here. Because if we can't control, and not necessarily control, but if we can't make our body feel safe, our mind is not gonna, it's not even gonna be there. Your mind, if your body doesn't feel safe, what makes you think your mind is gonna think you're safe? And the more that you continue doing this and the more that you practice this, the better that it's gonna get. And guys, if you guys need any help with this, like any guidance of me doing this with you over the phone, me doing this with you in person, please let me know. I'd be happy to guide you through this because it can be a lot doing it by yourself. Especially if you've never done this before, it's going to be uncomfortable, and ask for help, guys. It's okay to ask for help because you're going to find out that the biggest moments and the biggest reflections of your life have been when you ask for help. And there's no shame in anything. You don't have to tell me anything of what you have going on. As long as I guide you and you feel safe sharing with me, then sure, I'll take it. That's what I'm here for. And if you guys have any questions or if that needed to be a little bit more clear, I would love some feedback. Again, I am learning just as much as you guys are when I am doing this. All these things I'm telling you guys, I did to myself, and so I know that they work. I know that they're effective. I know that they work because I've done them with other people too in my life, and it really just ends up being when you're ready. When you are ready, you are going to know, and trust that. Trust that if you have this feeling inside of you that's like, I'm ready to let go, then let go. Let go and trust and flow. And it's the perfect time to do this, guys. It's Pisces season. Pisces is all about flow. Pisces is all about trust. Pisces is all about surrender. So trust, flow, surrender, let go, and truly you're going to be okay. Again, I would love some feedback. And I think that's going to be all for this episode. Next week, I'll go more into what we need to do now to retrain that. And I'm going to challenge you guys. I'm going to challenge you guys this week to write down 3 facts about yourself. Just 3. 3. My finger's like, hello. 3 facts about yourself. And just keep it to yourself. Write it in your journal. And with that being said, guys, I will disconnect now. I love you guys so much. Prayers to you. And just a quick thank you to God for holding that space for us to be able to surrender this pain, surrender this anger, surrender this every emotion that is not letting us move forward. I just thank you, God, for being our guidance. And thank you guys for tuning into my channel. I do appreciate it. Remember, sharing is caring. Share this to anybody you think that would benefit from hearing this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. I love you guys. I will see you guys next week. Take care of yourselves, and remember, every single day is a new opportunity to grow. I love you, friends. Bye.